All right.
Do you want me to share the agenda? I'm sorry, Ashley, did you want me to share the agenda or are we okay?
You could share it. That's fine.
Okay. Share screen. Can you all see it?
Yes. Thank you. All right, so here we are on Monday, March 8th, 2021 at the Share Sex Ed Advisory Committee meeting, and I will call us to order at 5:32 p.m. And just a reminder for anyone listening or on the public, or well, I guess you would already be at YouTube, but also you can watch the meeting live and record it at that link, YouTube link there. And so then I would look to Kelly for roll call.
Okay, Sarah Kaiser.
I'm here.
Lydia DeFlorio.
I'm here.
Okay, Sylvia Gonzalez already contacted Rochelle and she will not be here this evening. Tanya.
Yes, here.
Kelly Roper is here. Manny Magana.
I am here.
Andrea Thompson is also not going to be here, and she told us that last month. Ashley Wade.
Present.
And Rabbi Benjamin Zower.
I am here.
Okay, there we go.
Thank you. So that meets quorum. Okay, looking at item 1.03, action to adopt the agenda. We could take it out of order, but we've just got the one lesson tonight.
Are you looking for a motion?
Yes, please.
I, Sarah Kaiser, move that the Share Advisory Committee accepts the agenda as presented.
Thank you, Sarah Linda. I'll second that. Okay, all in favor say aye.
Wait. Can we make sure there's public comment?
No public comment. Sorry, I forget every time that that's actionable.
No problem.
Elise, is there public comment on the
No public
agenda
comment.
item? Thank you. Okay, all in favor say aye.
Hi.
Aye. Any opposed say no. Okay, and the agenda is adopted unanimously. Thank you. Moving on to item 2.01. So we're looking at two sets of minutes tonight. So first we will look at the minutes from January 11th, 2021. And we are open for discussion, and if not, I would be ready to entertain a motion right away.
All right, I'll just do our motion for us. I, Manny Magana, move to adopt the minutes from January 11th, 2021.
I, Kelly Roper, second that motion.
Thank you. Luis, is there any public comment on this item? Okay.
No public comment.
Thank you. Okay, all in favor of approving the January 11th meeting, say aye.
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 Any opposed, say no. Okay, and so those minutes are adopted unanimously. So moving on to 2.02, now we're looking at the minutes from February 8th. Was there a discussion on those? Okay, then I'd be ready for a motion to adopt or approve. Kelly?
I, Kelly Roper, move to adopt the approve the minutes for the meeting February 8th, 2021.
Thank you.
Second that motion.
Thank you, Manny. Luis, was there any public comment on this item 2.02?
No public comment.
Thank you. Okay, all in favor of approving those, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so those are also adopted unanimously. Thank you. All right, so now we're looking at 2.03, presentation and discussion of the 6th grade lesson, draft lesson, Healthy Relationships and Digital Drama Unplugged. We had looked at this previously, so I think we are only looking at possible edits that we had discussed a month ago.
Okay, I'm just going to drag it up and scroll down. Can you all see it?
Yep.
Yes? Okay, good. Thank you.
I still see the agenda.
I still see the agenda
Oh,
too.
no. Yep, I do also. Sorry.
See the agenda?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, let me stop share and then reshare.
there you go.
Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay. Gee, I thought I was going to be all smart and just drag one, document on top of the other. Evidently, it didn't like it. So the number one concern, right, was formatting. So it was consistent with the format of our other lessons. So I was able to accommodate that wish. Again, I do have, you'll notice at the beginning, I'm just going to walk you through real quick because we're not talking about necessarily everything that's in the lesson. We're just going to, as Ashley pointed out, just the edits, but one of these edits was the format of this lesson. So beginning, similar, I do acknowledge where the lesson has come from. I did make sure that it was okay to do this. So the lesson intro, and then just like our other lessons, it starts with screenshots of the slides of the PowerPoint. So, and it's probably a lot easier to see it this time. Digital Drama Unplugged, the essential question, because I was toggling before. The learning objectives, really staying true to their lesson with the group discussion norms. And then the notes underneath, lesson involves students sharing their opinions on and ideas about scenarios and there aren't necessarily right or wrong answers. Before opening up to discussion, it's recommended that teachers establish a review of the basic norms, which were respecting others' viewpoints, don't interrupt, assume positive intent, disagree respectfully. Of course, this was part of our toggling last time. Putting it back in when there's a fight and argument here at school, how do people usually react? Invite students to respond. Explain that one reason is that the human beings are naturally attracted to drama. And what does the word drama mean? So moving into that discussion. Slide 5, having those little talking points using this last example. How does drama, emotional conflict between people happen online? And can you think of any examples? Take turns sharing with your partner. Slide 6, I believe, was Sarah's comment about the important talking point. When conflict moves beyond digital drama and becomes bullying and/or scary. So I'm hoping I captured that correctly. Sarah, can you see it down here?
I can see it, and you did capture what I hoped for.
Okay, good. So what could that sound like, right? So we're having that discussion, and what should you do, right? Because we want our kids to seek further assistance, right? Instead of just trying to figure it out by themselves, which often leads to other problems. And then where do people stand? And then let me go back and forth from my notes. Let's see, Sarah, I have yours. Manny had one as well for slide 7. Adding to the teacher notes, I believe it was this one right here, the third bullet, Manny. And it was your talking point. How can you get out of a digital drama situation? Is that correct, Manny?
Yeah, that was, if I recall correctly, yeah, that was what I wanted added into it.
That's what you wanted to add. I know there was something else, and I did reach out for clarification, but between the two of us, I could not recall what that was, and the notes from the audio weren't the best at, because there's always a lot of discussion. So I did make sure to add the how can you get out of a digital drama situation for the talking points. So we're showing the video. Activity taking the lead is still the same. Dividing the class into groups or 4 or 5, however it's going to work right now, right? Or next year, I should say, with grouping of students. Hopefully we'll be able to group kids again, and be able to have small group discussions. That's our hope. But again, I always leave it up to teachers. If it's best to have whole group for their class, they know what their students need. So this was the scenario and the activity with the scenario. The directions. trying to make sure I'm reflecting everybody's wishes. I think our next one was the resource slide. If I'm just going to kind of quickly scroll through here, if you don't mind, so we can address the resource slide that was discussed. Sarah, I believe this is what, correct? We wanted to
Thank
make
you.
sure we
Yep.
were, yes, which makes wonderful sense because it's been our theme throughout all of our lessons, reminding our kiddos who they can talk to, correct, when they confront any of these issues. So the parent or guardian, trusted adult, school counselor, school nurse, teacher, faith-based leader, health clinic, healthcare provider. And then the check for understanding, the exit ticket, and adding, I believe this was our question, Manny, again, what are some ways to get out or avoid digital drama? You wanted it full circle, right, to revisit it before students left. I did add on, so you can actually see it. This is the activities, obviously, that teachers would copy for students. And then the teacher's talking points or reference, point of reference. And then there was a quiz that was also in our little left or column when I was toggling back and forth. We just didn't pay much attention to it. I kind of left it up depending on time, you know, what a teacher would have after this class. If they wanted to do even just to, you know, read them orally, put them on the board, could copy them and pass them out, but to save trees, you know, it could be one of those, okay, you know, select one answer from the list below, true or false. It could be added to the exit ticket, just kind of that freedom of, well, if I've got a couple extra minutes and I want to make sure that they're having some ideas about what we really discussed today. So there we have it. And we didn't have, besides the formatting and the few talking points, adding the resources, adding those couple of talking points throughout, and of course the formatting again, there weren't a ton of edits. So I want to make sure that this is reflective of our discussion last month. Do you want me to keep it up or should I take it down for your discussion?
You can take it down. We can
Okay.
see each other. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Rochelle. I know it was a lot of work to take a full lesson and move it somewhere else. It was important to me because I know you've put a lot of work into the rest of these lessons, and it's important to me that the body of work that we do has an appearance of professional integrity and professionalism that I know you're already bringing to it, right? But I just felt it just was important to me that this one appear the same as the
I
others.
agree, Ashley.
Thank you very much. Further comments?
Yeah, I had a question. Oh, sorry. Did I interrupt you, Kelly?
Yeah. So Kelly, go ahead, and then Manny. Thanks, Manny.
Kelly Roper, for the record, I was just going to say I thought it looked great, and I liked the way we could scroll through it, and I think you streamlined it to look really great. So that was all I was going to say.
Thanks. Thanks, Manny.
I don't know if this is maybe more a logistical question, but just kind of thinking moving forward with everything kind of being a little bit more digital. Kind of the worksheets and things like that. Are we able to like send digital copies to the kids, like so that they can work on them also? Like, does that make
So
sense?
like a homework or just a follow-up assignment?
Yeah, or even like in class during that time to save making a ton of copies potentially even also.
I don't see an issue with that. I mean, if that's how you're, you know, going about your normal process in the classroom, you know, that is normal practice, right? You're not going to all of a sudden start teaching it with this, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just thinking
Saving
forward.
paper. I know. I couldn't agree more. The more paper we can save and less printing, I think the better off we are, you know, and it's easier to gather too, because then we're not passing paper back and forth also, right? That was also a concern when we first started coming back to school. But
Yeah. Okay. That was really it. I mean, outside of that, I agree with everything else that Ashley and Kelly said. This was, it looks very nice. It looks good. I mean, it gives teachers the autonomy to be able to kind of navigate through it as like how they need to make sure that it fits. I know it's a lesson that I personally wouldn't mind teaching at all, and that I feel like it actually warrants some good discussion. So I'm good with it.
Oh, good.
Thanks for that, Manny. Further comment or discussion? Thank you.
Sarah
Dinner
Kaiser, for
delivery
the record,
service.
I think it looks
Go ahead.
great. Thank you, Rochelle. I think you really got at some of the questions and it's very clear now. So thank you very much. I'm really happy with it.
Good, good.
Okay. Luis, is there any public comment on this item?
No public comment.
Thank you. If there isn't further discussion, I'd be happy to entertain a motion.
I can do it. I, Sarah Kaiser, move that the Share Advisory Committee approve this lesson to be sent to the Board of Trustees for adoption. Did I get it all?
Sarah, sorry, could you clarify what the lesson name
I'm
is?
sorry, I don't have it in front of me.
Yeah,
Tell me what
so
it is.
say as revised. Can you look at your agenda and just kind of use that language?
I'm sorry, I don't have, I moved away from that, so maybe I can't do
You
this.
want me to bring it up?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry.
Let me get rid of this. Okay. Hold 1 minute. Microsoft Final.
Too many screens in too many places.
Okay. Can you see it, Sarah?
Yeah, where are we?
We're right here. 2-point presentation and discussion
Perfect.
of the revisions.
Okay. I, Sarah Kaiser, move that the Share Committee approve the, it's so tiny, sixth grade curriculum, digital drama unplugged and possible digital health. I'm sorry. I, Sarah Kaiser, move that the Share Committee recommend adoption of the lesson, sixth grade lesson, Healthy Relationships, Digital Drama Unplugged, to the Washoe County Board of Trustees with the revisions that were discussed tonight.
I, Kelly Roper, second that motion.
Thank you. And one more time, Luis, was there any public comment for this item?
No public comment.
Thank you. Okay, all in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed, say no. Okay, so on motion by Sarah Linda Kaiser and seconded by Kelly Roper, the motion passes unanimously. Excellent, thanks.
Yay.
Team. Okay, so moving on to item 3.01, is there any public comment, Luis?
No public comment.
Okay, thank you. And so looking at 3.02, announcement of the next meeting will be April 12th, 2021. And at 5:50 tonight, our meeting is adjourned. It's a record.
Yes.